I'm Danny Sheehan with Coatings Coffee Shop. We are here day one of World of Concrete, and we are in the Tremco booth. Happy to see you guys, to walk the trade show floor. How's it been going?
It's been a busy morning so far.
Yeah.
A lot of visitors here to check out all our different products and Hercules and Nudura together finally.
Absolutely. No, this is so great to see. You have so many different tactile things to do in your booth. Let's start out. Let's introduce yourself. We'll start with Greg, go to Brian, and tell me what you do for Tremco.
Yeah, my name's Greg Garrison. I'm a business development specialist and I focus on Hercules for North America.
Fantastic.
And my name is Brian Bourdier. I'm a technical sales representative for California, Nevada, and Hawaii, specializing in Nudura insulated concrete forms.
Fantastic. So we know Nudura, and now we have Hercules. So can you give me a little overview of what is Hercules, and how is it working for residential construction?
So Hercules is an insulated concrete panel system. And that's a little bit different from Nudura, which is insulated concrete form or blocks.
Yeah.
Our panels are full height. We have height limitations where Nudura really doesn't. But we're able to install Hercules faster in
Sure.
the residential environment, especially production, home building, build to rent, townhomes, multifamily. And then we use less concrete with our concrete stud wall technology.
Cool.
So it brings all the benefits and attributes of ICF into a much more scalable package.
I love that. I mean, especially we talk about labor challenges all the time, right? So being able to be more efficient on the job, and then also more sustainable in using less material.
Absolutely. So our labor is very efficient.
Yeah.
Down in Florida, by chance, where I live, I watch guys, 10 to 15 workers, install masonry block for housing there. And those same 10 to 15 guys could have put up 3 Hercules houses in the same timeline.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about the energy efficiency.
So we're in an effective R value of R31. And what really makes a big difference besides that is there's minimal to no thermal bridging with Hercules,
Okay.
or even better with Nudura, and also the airtight assembly. So low ACH scores
Yeah,
means big energy savings.
that's so cool. So, like how do I want to phrase this? What about the kind of some of the key features of the different systems and maybe comparing Hercules and Nudura?
I'll start, with an insulated concrete form, like Greg said, you're really looking at a block that is stacked. Rebar is placed in that block, and then the whole thing is filled with concrete.
Yeah,
And it's giving you a reinforced insulated concrete wall structure.
cool.
Hercules, on the other hand, has a little bit of a different technique to achieve some of the same properties.
Sure.
And I'll let Greg get into some of the differences in the Hercules.
Perfect. Well, one of the things I'd like to point out is Hercules for above grade use,
Okay.
where Nudura ICF can be your stem walls, your basement walls, and then
Yeah.
Hercules can be utilized on top of those.
Okay.
So above grade will integrate the Hercules. It can simply sit right on top of the Nudura system.
Yeah.
Nudura can be beneath a slab as well,
Great.
or if it's a slab on grade market, like say Phoenix, Arizona,
Sure.
then Hercules just sits right on top of that slab.
That's amazing. So they really work hand in hand. You can use them together in projects.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
Hercules has a couple other attributes for speed. All of our openings are pre-case, pre-bucked. They
Yeah.
come assembled if they're 3.0 or smaller. 8 extra screws on your larger openings, and it's ready to go in place. Just
Yeah.
helping bring those benefits at that speed and scale for the residential market.
Absolutely. I think we've talked about labor, we've talked about efficiency, we've talked about the sustainable, durable side of things. What about energy codes and maybe project timelines?
Yeah, no, that's great. So Hercuol and Nudura, they meet or exceed all of the current energy codes, and quite frankly, the products are ready for future iterations of those energy codes.
Cool.
And then on the project timelines, you know, we see framers, they move pretty quick, right? But
Yep.
there's downstream steps that we eliminate. So all those additional steps are days saved. And I've heard from the contractors that a system like Hercuol going in place just makes everybody, it makes the project better.
Right.
And the best part, though, about introducing this system to production home builders is when they look down the wall and say, that's what a straight wall looks like.
I'll jump in as well. The other thing, the benefit of the ICF or Hercuol is it's combining upwards of 7 different building elements
Okay. Yeah.
installed by a single contractor in one product. So it's really expediting that build schedule while hitting the codes that are necessary. And as homeowners get more educated and they're starting to look for solutions to help them achieve passive house or net zero capabilities, these are ideal structures to use to build with in order to help get to where they need to be. If you start with a superior exterior wall substrate, everything else down the road becomes that much easier to hit.
Absolutely. Well, and I love the idea of getting ahead of building codes, right? I feel like it's so easy to fall, like codes work so slowly with the implementation, and by the time it trickles all the way down to the contractors, it's already been enforced or supposed to be enforced for 6 months, a year sometimes. And so to be able to know going into it, they're meeting or exceeding these building codes, and they're not gonna have to worry.
Yes, and not to forget, Rome wasn't built with sticks, and so we're using materials that are going to be around longer than the people that own the property are going to be around.
Absolutely.
You're building your forever home.
Yeah, which I think segues really well into the durability. You both have very unique markets that you work in. So tell me a little bit about the trends that you're seeing and how this is a great system for weather events.
So for the markets that I cover, obviously Los Angeles and the entire state of California at some point has been ravaged by wildfire.
Yeah.
So utilizing systems like an insulated concrete form that gives you a 4-hour fire rating compared to a 45-minute fire rating with a wood frame structure, will help us, combat those wildfires and the loss of property. And then in Hawaii, we're dealing with tropical storms, much like Florida. We're dealing with tropical storms, wind and rain, and so we need to make sure that we're building structures in my territories that can stand up to the fires, the earthquakes, as well as the wind and rain that comes along.
Absolutely.
On the islands. And I'll let Greg talk about his areas.
Yeah, so Hercuol is very well suited for quite frankly, residential construction across North America. But down in the southeast, we have all the high velocity hurricanes that, just like California, they've been ravaging the southeast. And so Hercuol is able to be integrated in construction projects up to the coast in high velocity hurricane zones with zero restrictions. So we definitely exceed all of the wind speeds with our system. And providing people that safe living environment during those storms, peace of mind, all while saving energy because of the formwork that Hercuol's put together with.
Absolutely. It's so beneficial for the end user as much as it is the crews working on these projects.
Very good point. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. If contractors want to learn more, if they're not familiar with these systems, where can they find support? Where can they find training with Tremco?
Yeah. So on the training side, we have Tremco University. You can Google that. And we have online training, and then we have live training at our different facilities across North America. And then we'll even train you on site. So plenty of options there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. You can find Tremco in our Coatings Coffee Shop directory as well. Yes, so we try to highlight as all of your amazing products and resources there. This was so great. Thank you for teaching me. I was not familiar with Hercule at all. So
Well, it is our debut at World of Concrete, so you came at the right time for us.
absolutely. Well, thank you both so much.
All right. Thank you.